And welcome back. Oh, the ladies and gentlemen, the Gunkins and Drones, the Chaotic Moon Decodants. It's great to see you guys today. Welcome to an episode of AHN where we're putting the Baba down for the moment. The little princess is sleeping. Hopefully she doesn't hear me yelling and screaming because we got insane news, people. So put that Baba down, put the tactile scanners on, don't worry. We got Java just flowing. You're gonna need to hold on to your butts because we're gonna have 3 crazy videos to talk about today. You know, usually CG, when I'm gone, I got stuff going on. All the news drops in the world, but you know what, for once, they waited until we kind of got back into the biggest and deadliest Star Destroyer, all that fancy stuff. We're starting off today's video with this right here. We have incredible, insane changes coming to the economy of Galaxy of Heroes. Things that should have been done a long time ago, they're finally, I've been nagging about this non-stop over the years. It's finally happening. Then we're gonna have 2 separate videos later because there's so much to go over. We have the next Conquest Unit Maz Kanata kicks as well, so we're gonna split things up so you don't have like a 10-hour video here. But before we get into this, I just want to remind you guys as well, now that we're mostly back, I'm still trying to figure out how to get the streaming schedule going because you know the reason why I wear tactile scanners? I'm kind of sleepy right now, so you don't see how sleep I am right now. But I want to let you guys know this is sponsored by me, myself, and Raid Shadow Legends. Just like I'm kind of back in the flow of things for Galaxy of Heroes, I'll be back to my usual video routine for Raid Shadow Legends. There'll be a link down below to my second channel here. We had a crazy streak of stuff going on, and then my beautiful princess decided to come, so I had a little gap. People were like, are you done for Raid? And it's like, no. Just took a little bit of a break, and it was good because Raid also has a lot of crazy stuff coming around the corner. We just finished an insane legendary and an insane weekend of whaling event for Titus Blackplume. Tons of fun stuff. And again, if you want to join me in Raid Shadow Legends, there is a link down below. You get a free legendary right away with Karato. And I got 3 other amazing champions. You're going to get Ugo once you hit level 10. Then when you're at level 20, you're going to get Fane to bring the pain. And then Deacon Armstrong at level 40. And that's not all, folks. They are also giving away additional free legendary champions within your first 44 hours. Again, I might be sounding like a broken record. You guys probably know this by now. Make sure to go to your promo codes and type in one of the following that you have here to get another free legendary. You can get Sun Wukong by using the promo code Monkey King, Alice the Wanderer, get Alice Green Warden with the Tree Hugger, Tanarak, Desert Queen. I would recommend going for Tholan Foulbeard. Literally, we just got this guy last month and they're giving him away FREE free. And I know Raid Shadow Legends, in case you don't know all these champions, you want to get in the weeds more, I have a Discord server where me and my fellow clanmates, we hang out, we nerd out. I've learned so much of them, so don't worry. It doesn't have to be a daunting experience when you got amazing people to play along with. So hope you guys join me over there. Again, use the link down below, scan the QR code. You get all these amazing champions for free right away. And again, please, don't forget to use one of those promo codes within the first 48 hours. And this actually transitions into this next conversation pretty darn well, because I've said that Raid does a lot of things right. And Galaxy of Heroes is finally kind of catching up things like this. I think even more. Actually, I can't speak on Marvel Strike because I don't know if they made some of those changes as well. But anyways, one of the biggest things about Galaxy Heroes that has been annoying, let me just get to it. The Relic Gate and the fact that I can't do any relics until 7 stars, gear 12. It makes so many of these characters useless in this game, and you have to wait months, years, and that kills the fun. It's crazy because in the world of gaming today, you know, we're used to being able to just play something right away. Galaxy Heroes is kind of on a weird spot where you get a character, new content, and you can't play it for months. Really weird, especially when it comes to the characters. And I've said this about Marvel Strike Force, Raid Shadow Legends. The things I love about those games is that you don't have this weird arbitrary block of, star counts or this levels that prevents you from going to further tiers. Now, I don't know about Marvel Strike Force's latest gear tier, but when I played it for many years, I could be, let's say I have a 4-star champion, and I could take it to the highest gear level. Same thing with Raid. We finally, oh my gosh, they're finally doing something about it. I'm jumping the gun here. Let's just start from the beginning, my friends. Wow, what a great news to come back to, man. They want to see the good stuff. It's their gift to me. Thank you so much, Siege. You guys are way too kind. Well, we have a massive update coming to the holotape. We will be introducing a brand new item and some fundamental changes. That is an understatement to how you power up your roster. Let's get the first major piece of information out. My gosh. I know some people that quit because of how stupid this is. And it's a thing of the past. Relics at 4 stars. Relics at 4 stars! 4 stars! People, you know how excited we got when Hux accidentally let us go to gear 12 at low stars? It was kind of a fluke. It's a thing now, and we get to go to Relics. Insane. Now, of course, it's not going to be as fully powered as a 7-star character, right? But at least going to Relics, it makes so many more characters actually useful, right? Again, we have to wait to how the stats kind of scale to really get the full grasp of it, but it's much better than the current situation. You read that right. We've removed or drastically reduced star requirements on gear pieces, so characters now reach Relic levels at only 4 stars. Can we go? Can someone clap? Where's the button to clap? Yes, you can no clap. It's okay, people. You guys are a little hesitant on that one there. So characters can now reach Relic levels at only 4 stars. The only requirement is that applying gear piece at gear 12 needs a character to be level 85 and 4 stars. Least of our concerns. Level 85, whatever. Boy, 4 stars only. This turns something useless that you'd have to wait for months. Now a lot of people can use it. However, there's the catch. You only get the characters for free at 3 stars, right? So they're trying to give you a little, like, you want to buy a little pack? You know, let's try to get you to 4 stars. So I see what they're doing. Again, huge improvement than before. I wish it was even lower at any star count. We'll take what we can get, right? New Relic requirements. While you can get to Relics earlier, there are now star requirements for higher Relic levels. I'm fine as again, in my preferred world, I would love if I could just take a low star character to any Relic level I want, any gear level I want, like, you know, Marvel Strike Force, Raid Shadow Legends. But again, I will take this. So if you're at 5 stars, you get Relic 3. If you're at 6 stars, you can go to Relic 4. And then, of course, at 7 stars, you can go Relic 5 plus. Okay, sounds good. And this will be retroactive as well. Okay, wow. And people, that's not even the only thing we have. We got a few more things we got to talk about here. So I just want to say, CG, again, I would do things differently. You're about, I would say, 8 years late to doing this, but you did it. You did it finally. Now the next thing we'll get in 10 years, they'll be like, all right, you know what? We have 69 relics. Okay, fine. You can go to Relic 50 at 4 stars. So again, it's great to see it, but we have more. So I heard you guys, I don't know. I've heard once or twice, Lightspeed bundle when, you know, we're the Lightspeed. So for some people, the Lightspeed bundles, that's the content in Galaxy of Heroes. It really is for a lot of people. Well, now we got this new thing, which seems like a mini Lightspeed bundle called a Lightspeed token. A new consumable that instantly upgrades character to a specific power level. Think of it like an item that will boost specific characters, similar to the Hyperdrive and the Lightspeed bundle. So we have 5 tiers that are kind of following the scale of Grand Arena tiers. You got your tier 1 of Carbonite, which takes the character to gear 10, ability level 3, 3 stars. Meh. Okay, I mean, oh, sure, I guess. I guess it mostly helps you with a few gear pieces, right? You know, 3 stars isn't much. Tier 2, Bronzium, you get to take a character to 4 stars, gear 12, ability level 4. And this is probably going to be helpful because the 4 stars, remember, gets you to access the relics, right? Okay, so that's a little bit more interesting. We have a 3rd tier called Chromium, takes you to 5 stars, relic 1. My mind just can't comprehend that still. Seeing a low star in a relic, what world are we in right now? Ability level 5. And then the 4th tier, Erodium, takes the character to level 85, 6 stars, relic 3, ability level 6. And then finally, you have the Kyber tier, level 85, 7 stars, relic 5, and ability level 7. So let's read more about this because, you know, it sounds nice, right? Well, here's what they have to say about it before we get too far into it. What you need to know, you don't want to hoard these. A Lights LST, a Lightspeed token, is tied to a specific list of characters when it's released. And that list will never be updated to include units released later. So what they're saying is, let's say you get a lot, again, my interpretation of this. Let's say you're getting a Kyber Lightspeed token. You're like, you know, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to wait until, I don't know, we're going to be doing the Kicks kit reveal here soon, right? Right, we'll do that in another video today. You can't save it and use it for them, right? I think that's exactly what it says. So you kind of got to use it because hoarding it does you no good, really. So there's no reason to save them for a future character drop. Additionally, in order for us to eventually remove old and unused LSTs from data, all LSTs in your inventory expire exactly 6 months after the date and the time you acquire them. Use them when you get them. So it's sort of following a Datacronish type of cycle where, you know, what, Datacrons expire, what, 4 months? I've lost track on those, but 3-4 months, whatever it is, 6 months. So you got plenty of time to decide how you want to use them. And they're also going to be era locked on top of that. Initially, LSTs can only be used for characters from the Legacy era, everything before the era of Princes that started on November 19, 2024 with Hu Yang. Generally, tokens are for units from eras that ended at least a year ago. So I guess that's their policy going forward. We're also going to have the launch factions of the first LSCs available at launch will be for smugglers and separatists. The separatists could be highly interesting for people. Separatists are used for a variety of stuff out there. What I'm curious about, I might, let's keep reading because there's a few questions I have after even reading it several times. Excluded units. You cannot use standard LSCs on these types of units. Galactic Legends, Conquest units, Journey Guide. It says includes territorial and raid rewards. So the first thought that came to my mind was, can I use this on Wat Tambor? You know how great that would be if you could just drop a Kyber Lightspeed token on Wat Tambor for Jedi Master Kenobi? Can't quite do that, unfortunately. And it won't be used for capital ships. These tokens won't apply Zetas or Omicron abilities. And here's the big thing. So obviously for someone like me who I've spent $1 or $2 in my life, you know, completely free to play, right? No, okay, I'm joking a little bit. Of course. No, I'm not. I'm the most free to play person on this account of all time, easily, hands down. But let's say I get a Lightspeed token for characters I already have upgraded. Well, you can basically what you do is dismantle them for reward. So for tier 1, you get some Kyrotech. All right, cool. All right, tier 2, you get more Kyrotech. Cool. Tier 3 carbonite circuit boards, you know, these are all mostly useful things, even for people of all levels. You know, carbonite circuit boards annoy me still, my main account. You know, some signal data at the tier 5 Kyber level with the rhodium heatsinks, chromium transits is okay. You know, I would have liked to see some droid brains. You know, I know I'm probably asking for too much here. I will take this any day of the week, especially, again, my biggest philosophy with games like this, I hate the mentality. It's like, oh, here, cool new character. All right, I guess I gotta wait a year to play it. I hate that mentality. I appreciate CG to finding ways to make these characters more useful early on. It rewards people for getting these characters, of course, but also when I see new people come to the game, they just get incredibly turned off by how everything works. It takes too long to get things. 3 stars is useless in this game. They're addressing those things. Very important stuff. And you'll find LSTs in the store and as rewards on the free episode track and the episode pass. We also plan to use them as rewards in other ways in the future. So TBD, more ways of utilizing them. So they say they're going to be available in the store. I don't know which part of the store. Is it going to be like your weekly shipment here? Because, man, the episode shipment, I should say, this is already kind of a sacred spot for a lot of people, for people that are, you know, they're just playing the game for free. You're kind of on a tight budget when it comes to this, so I'm not sure exactly where they're going to put it. Maybe it'll be like a weekly shipment thing. Again, who knows? We'll find out more when it comes down the road, but it will be available on the free episode track. So thumbs up, and I'm assuming if you buy the premium one, you get a better Lightspeed token. But we're not done yet. We are not done yet, people. That was thing number 2. We got more stuff on this agenda here. To make LSCs work more effectively, we tore down other old walls in the unit upgrade system. A lot of idiotic things before. Unit level is no longer gated by your player level. Incredibly, granted, we gotta remember, this game was released in 2015, probably started development in 2012. Things were different back then, right? Last I checked when I drew batteries in my watch, we're in 2025. And again, I believe Strike Force, I know for sure Raid Shadow Legends, you know, just because I'm not, let's say, level 100, it doesn't mean I can't take the character to max level and raid the max level 60, but so if I was level 45, I can go straight to 60 still, right? And Galaxiers, for whatever reason, you couldn't. I'm glad they knocked down that wall. It was a really stupid wall to have. So now if you're a new player, you're only level 20. I mean, if you have the credits, which they talk about that a little bit here, you'll be able to take it to level 85. Cool, all right. Units now have all their abilities unlocked right from the start. So again, that's kind of another, you know, small thing. You know, you have to get to like gear, I don't know, 6, 5, whatever it is to unlock a unique ability, special ability. They got rid of that. Okay, you know, again, these are more of the minor things. Unit ability tiers are no longer gated by a unit's gear tier. Nice, okay. Unit level no longer gates ability upgrades. The only exception are Zetas and Omicron abilities, which will keep their original requirements. All right, sure, I get. Ship reinforced abilities no longer gated by star level. This is actually kind of a big deal. Let's read the other one too. Ship ability upgrades are no longer gated by the crew's gear tier. Not changing, however. I got excited at first. Capital ship ability upgrades are still gated by the ship's star level. It was so close. This is kind of a big deal because as a lot of you guys know. Okay, let's look at that glass half full. Glass half full. There's a lot of ships in this game that really are only great once you hit 5 stars, because generally you need the 5 stars to get the best part of the reinforcer, right? You know, things like this, for example, you get all the stacks of formation, blah, 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 blah. But if you're not 5 stars, boo-hoo, you can't do it. So some ships, when they're supposed to be designed for reinforcements, if you can't get the 5 star to get the max reinforcements, it's no bueno. So that's good. I'm happy. Papa Arnold is happy about that. But I was really hoping for the capital ship stuff because as a lot of people know, and it was a glaring issue with Leviathan, this ship, unlike Profundity Executor, which were a lot more low star friendly, there are a lot of important stuff that unfortunately is just straight up gated behind the higher stars. For example, the Isolate. If you don't have 7 stars, you can't get the Isolate. So we were close. Better than nothing, I guess, right? Okay. And then we have a few exceptions remain. There are 3 specific characters whose abilities do not unlock immediately. So small things, General Skywalker's leader ability still needs gear 7. Mirren's special 1 ability still needs gear 10. Knights of the Zombies, so the cheesy things, right? Knights of the Zombies unique ability still needs gear 10. On top of that, some interesting things. In addition to that, for Lightspeed tokens to work well with our current and future systems, many units have had their star unlock requirements reduced to 2 star. The changes are in the table below. Okay, you know, so it's showing you all the former 5-star unlocks, Hermit, Yoda, Wampa, right? So they're dropping them down a little bit, right? Former 4-star unlocks, so there's a long list of them here, so even the ships as well. Again, it's gonna be nice because if you have a Lightspeed token, well, it's gonna be a bit more helpful if you have them unlocked, right? So, okay, neat stuff, right? Okay, but wait a minute. There's more. There are a few more updates to make your lives easier. Leveling up your units just got cheaper. As we said, you know, players are gonna be able to hit the level 85 on the characters a lot sooner, right? So it's not really an issue in the long term. As you guys know, once you get past level 60, credits just kind of magically start piling up, right? Assuming you're not trying to level up everything at once. Once you get past level 60 and you get different daily challenges, it's a lot easier. I actually might be thinking, they changed the daily challenge for new players, right? Well, back in my day, when I started several accounts, it was level 60 when credits really started rolling in and the sim tickets, right? Well, they're making it cheaper now. Credit ship material cost has been slashed by 50% across the board. Cool! If you've earned all possible rewards for a recurring event, that event will no longer appear on the events table. This includes rerun of Marquis, Fleet Masters, and Proving Ground. I wonder what can they possibly be referring to? I don't know. I've heard maybe 1 or 2 comments about, you know, the Hux event, the Holdo event. I don't know. That might be what they're talking about here. Check this out. Check this out right here. This is nice. You can now sit up to a high. This is like such small things in life, but it makes it so much sweeter. You can now sim up to 100 battles at once on a campaign node as long as you have the energy. This doesn't change the daily attempt limits on the hard nodes. A little unfortunate, but again, if you're simming for Chirotech, let's say, instead of doing the batches of 20, you can go to 100. So makes things a little bit faster, especially if you're going for those tickets for Galactic Legend. A new icon next to the unit's name on every unit detail screen displays the icon for the era in which that unit was released. Okay, so tap it and click on the icon. We'll create a pop-up with that name of the era as well. Kind of like an archival thing, right? You can now sort your character inventory by relic amplifier level. Neato. I think that's gonna be very helpful for when you organize by relic tiers right in your roster. So nice when you got the Lightspeed tokens. You might be like, all right, who do I have at this level? All right, we've added new filters to see which characters have upgraded, which have upgrades available for Lightspeed token application, relic amplifier level, Omicron, Zeta abilities, gear upgrades. Any ability upgrade and unit level upgrade filters are now available for both characters and ships. If you're like, you want to see what you don't have upgraded, it makes it a little bit easier. A number of changes have been made to streamline tutorials for new players and let them get to the holidays faster. Oh my gosh, this is a big thing right here. Again, I get the tutorial was made many moons ago. Mobile gaming is a completely different world. Whenever they started developing this back 2012, 13, whatever it was back then, it's nice that they're doing it because that turns off a lot of people. You need to get people into the heart of the game, AS to the A to the frickin' P. No one wants to be playing with I mean, let's be real. Everyone wants to play with Clone Wars Chewbacca for the entirety of the game. But I would say for most new people that come to the game, they don't understand the sheer genius and beauty of Clone Wars Chewie. But anyways, we have this includes the creation of 2 new quests granted to players on level 40. Nice. We are excited to deliver this to you all and cannot wait to hear feedback, as this is the foundation of our next large update coming later on this year. You hear that, boys and gals? We're just getting started. So by far for me, the biggest takeaway, the Lightspeed tokens, we gotta wait and see how we acquire them, right? It's kind of like Focus Datacrons sounded nice, and they are nice in some ways, but really not nice in a lot of other ways. But at the end of the day, if these are going to be pretty accessible, and you're able to kind of target specific upgrades, I want people to be able to enjoy this game as much as possible, be able to kind of catch up, because there's a lot of stuff in this game that people just can't access, can't really utilize. And now that with the Lightspeed tokens and using relics at low stars, oh my gosh, I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man, and I cannot wait to see what the next thing is to come. So that's gonna wrap it up for today and our episode of Arnold HoloNet News. Great thing back again, still trying to kind of figure out the streaming schedules. Hopefully we'll be back for the streams later on this week, but I should be back at least for the videos, because in between videos I can take a little siesta as I do the late night shifts with my beautiful, beautiful new princess in the empire. Anyways, great seeing you guys. I think we're gonna have, what, 2 more videos kicks? Maz Kanata, sit back, relax. I'll see you guys in a little bit, because always remember, it's great to be in the Empire today.
Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today. The sun never sets.